Hi everyone, my name is Zakia Ibrahim and this is the first time I'm doing a long review, so I'm a bit nervous. I hope you'll be alright till the end. So yes, it's a long review of a particular book that I read few days ago. I finished reading it like 4 or 5 days and I absolutely love this book. So yes, let's go and watch it. So I'm going to tell you the summary, the reviews, and sometimes spoiler. Let's get started. The book I'm talking about today, giving you reviews and summaries and everything, is about this book. It's 4 books. So yes, it has 4 books in the series. It's written by Jennifer Lane Barnes, the one who wrote the one and only the Inheritance Game series. And yes, if you have read that book, I'm pretty sure you would be at least a bit of impressed by her writing and how she make you shocked, because yeah, she's really good at getting you. Before we start, I have to say this book is very similar to Jennifer Lane's The Inheritance Games and Criminal Minds also, and I think it has a very similar thing from CSI Las Vegas also. I watched that, so yes, I felt like the serial killer's point of views, and yeah, the serial killer doing things. I'll tell it later. You know about that. So yes, there are a lot of similar things in this one, and I think, in my opinion, this book is the best book of Jennifer Lane Barnes. I do love the Inheritance Games, but I am a murder mystery thriller, puzzle kind of girl. So yes, I love this more than that one. I will give that book a 4 star and this book a 5 star, because I really like the puzzles and the writings and everything about this book. So the first book is this one, The Naturals. The second book is this one, Killer Instinct. The third one is this one, All In. And the fourth one is Bad Blood. So the first book in the series is this one, The Naturals. So the Naturals book is about more about introduction about the group, The Naturals. So yes, the beginning starts with Cassie telling like she has a special ability to profile people. It's like she has a special ability to know what you like. You don't need to tell her, she just deduce it. Like, she observes you and she would know what you like, who you are, everything. She would know everything about you. So she's like a more super powerful profiler. And yes, that is what the power of the naturals are. So yes, this book is like more introduction. So later on, she will slowly meet the other natural members, which consist of 4 other teenagers also. One is Dean, one is Michael, another is Sloane, and the last one is Leah. So Dean and Cassie has a very similar ability, which is profiling. Michael is a emotion reader. He can read emotion. He can know, like, simple, just small, muscle move itself. He can understand what kind of emotion they are feeling. Just seeing a small muscle move from a human's face, he can know what kind of emotion they are going through. And Michael is so amazing. He is that flirtatious, bullying kind of boy. Very, very funny also. And the next person is Loana, and she is a statistician, and she's always talking about numbers, you know. So the last person is Leah. She is a human lie detector, and yeah, she's also somebody says she is also very similar like Michael. And I think she's also very funny. She's also kind of that rude girl. Uh, so most of this part is about Cassie accepting the FBI. They are the one who invite her to be the natural, be in the program, the natural, and then meeting the other four members, Dean, Michaels, Rane, and Leah. And so yeah, most of the part is about introduction, training to be really good at this ability. So the FBI didn't recruit them to solve active cases. They wanted them to help them solve cold cases, but they would end up solving active cases. And it's because the current active case with the FBI is solving is kind of connected with Cassie, one of the member of the Naturals. So since she's connected with this active case, the reason she's connected I would tell later because I don't want to spoil it. Yes, she's connected with the active case and she has to solve it, and solving it means death. It's like she's life is at risk. Somebody is going to kill her. She has to be very careful because it's like throughout the book you won't suspect who is the killer, who is trying to play with Cassie and the FBI's. It's something you won't predict at all. One thing I want to tell you before you start reading this book is don't believe anyone. Don't fall in love with anyone. Just don't be like, oh, they're so cute. Just don't do that, because the person whom you are going to love would be the person who would be breaking your heart. So yes, that is why I love this book. You won't be able to find the right person. You would be suspecting the wrong person all the time. Another thing I have to tell you is this series has a lot of triggering scene, like many, and I don't know why this book is kept as a YA category. I don't know why they're kept in the youth adult fiction. This is not for youth adult. I mean, the amount of killings, serial killers point of view about how he select his victim, how he kidnap or torture them, and how he kill them and brand them. I mean, it's too much. I told you, if you have watched CSI Vegas, then you would know how how unbearable it is to watch it. It's very it's very irritating to watch because there is a lot of bodies and vice versa. So it's like you are really trying to look inside a human body. So yes, it's very similar. The whole series is very similar with the CSI Las Vegas, the serial killer. So as I will show you, there is this part. It's like if this book has a 30 chapters, there is there is a page where at least there will be like 30 pages where you will see something like this, and written in this handwritten, and see the difference. See, this is a chapter, but this is not a chapter. So this is actually the serial killer's mind, what they are thinking. That is what it is written here. Okay, so the narrator is actually Cassie. So from this part, the chapter part is actually about Cassie's telling about the story, but you can see this part every time you finish a chapter or before starting a chapter. So that's what I said. There is a 30 chapter, you will be at least seeing a 30 page of this one in this whole book. So yes, this is what irritates you. This is like the serial killer's point of view. Yeah, it irritated me. Now it's the second book. Okay, so this is about Dean. Dean has a very traumatic event. His father is a serial killer. 5 years ago, when he was 12 years of age, his father killed many people, many women especially, and branded them with R on their chest, burned an R on their chest. He has a very traumatic event, traumatic childhood, you can say that. And that is why he became a profiler. Everybody, all the 5 members of this group, naturals, became a natural because they has a traumatic childhood. When they were 12 years of age, they encountered a very traumatic event, especially with their families. Okay, I mean, every 5 of them has something to do with traumatic event, happened with their family. So that is why they got this special ability, like super special ability, to observe people, read emotions, detect lie, and also know a lot about numbers and things, and yes, profiling also. So yes, this book is about one of the member, which is Dean. And well, as new serial killer emerges, I mean, his father is in jail. Dean is the one who helped FBI catch his father 5 years ago when he was 12 years old. Now he's 17. Okay, so yes, this book is about a new serial killer who has a very similar kind of MO like his father, Dean's father, and he also kills and brand his victim. The whole natural members decide to find who catch the killer, and this one, it's, I think, the the killings and the triggering scenes is bit more brutal in this one than the naturals books. It's as always, the first book won't have too much, then the second book a bit more, and the third more, and it raises according to each of the book. So that is what I felt about this one also. It has a very, very, very triggering scenes, especially Cassie talks with Dean's father. So he's very cunning. Dean's father is very cunning. He's very deceiving. He can fool you when you're reading it. So you get so angry with his father. He's very, this casual serial killer who always try to irritates you by talking nonsense or giving you poems and trying making you to guess things. That is who Dean's father is. He's very cunning, like so cunning. I think he's kind of like Moriarty, Professor Moriarty from Sherlock Holmes. Third book is this one, All In. And in the second book, I told it's like they are morely concentrating, they are allowed to do only cold cases, but in the end the FBI agents decide that they can do active cases also, because it's like you can't stop them if they find a case which they wanted to solve, I mean the naturals. So if they wanted to solve a cold active case, the FBI agents can stop them. It's like they would pursue that case. So yes, in the killer instinct, they decide that they can start working on active cases. I mean, even they are 17 years old, that's why they weren't allowed to do any active case. It's very dangerous. The serial killer is at loose, and there are chances they would end up in danger. And I mean, yes, in 2 books they ended up in danger, like when it's about to end, at least somebody gets shot, somebody is being kidnapped, and vice versa. So yeah, finally the FBI agent decide that they can solve active cases. So this book is an active case, like when they officially become the naturals who can solve active case. This is the first case they solved. And actually I have to say this book is more like Las Vegas, CSI Las Vegas, because they goes to Las Vegas to solve a case. Okay, so yes, this book is more like Las Vegas. The murder is not that brutal because there is no brandings or anything, but yes, there is some kind of twist in this one. They went to the Las Vegas and they find out that there is a killer who kills 9 victims after 3 years. Like after 3 years he kills 9 victims in 1 year. and they kill according to Fibonacci sequence. It's like, there is this particular date. When you keep the Fibonacci sequence numbers, you will get a particular date like January 1st and January 2nd and February 3rd, something like that. So yes, they kill according to the date, and it's like this, the natural has to find out which is the person they will be killing, when, and everything, like where also. It has to be, the time is ticking, they has to find where the serial killer strikes next, and if they don't find it, somebody else is going to get it, like somebody would die because of them. So it's a very dangerous game. They has to rack their brain, and in this book the main character, the mostly focused character is Sloane, because they end up in a hotel called the Majesty, that is ran by her father, like biological father, and she meets her stepbrother also. So yes, there is lots of confusions and things, and Sloana is a very very shy, and if she's going to show an emotion, she froze suddenly, and like she can't move. I think I really like Sloana also. She's a really good character, not that bad also, but she's a really nice character. And well, actually, she's like maybe the really nice person that Cassie ever meet also. And at the end, they are like, they think like, because they are there in Vegas, that's why the killer is killing them. So they decide to go back, but the people who are behind this, they won't allow the natural members to go back, because they wanted them there and wanted to show them they are more powerful than the FBI. So that's why they are playing this kind of game. So yes, I just felt like killing is kind of seen like a game in this one. For the natural members also, when it came to this book, I just felt like it became kind of very common thing for them, like a game. So yes, that is what I felt about this book. So the next book in the series is this one, Bad Blood. So this book is more about Cassie, again Cassie. There is a bit of Michael and Leah also, but it's like more about finding about Cassie's mother, who was murdered, and it's like she doesn't know her mother's body is still there or whether she's murdered. She doesn't know whether her mother is alive or not. She's not sure, because she only saw blood splashed all over the house, and it's like she still can't believe her mother's dead. And yes, this book is finding about what happened to her mother. And I have to say, this book and this book is very connected. It's like, if you're going to read this one, you have to finish reading this also. If you're going to read this one, you have to read this before reading this one. I mean, yes, if you're reading the whole series, okay, you can you have to read like according to the book number. But if you wanted to read one of the books from the series, but you are going to read this one, don't do that. Read this one, then only you would understand what is there in this one. So yes, it also is kind of continuation about the killer, Fibonacci sequence killer, and there is a bit of connection between the serial killer who is killing with this Fibonacci sequence. So yeah, I think this is more like trying to show that her mother is not what she think, she's something else. And I have to say, there is a lot of memories also, like she would go back to thinking of her past. She would go back to the place where she used to live, finding many lost memories and things like that. But this ending is mind blowing. It's really mind blowing. I mean, the people I told you the first book itself, don't trust anybody, anyone. Just don't trust, no matter how supportive they are, how amazing they are, how sweet and caring they are. They end up hurting you, because they can be the serial killer or the person supporting the serial killer. And just this book actually ends with a very dangerous cult who are the main master behind this Fibonacci sequence killing thing. Okay, so yes, the killer who is killing according to the Fibonacci sequence is one of the member of the cult in this one. And it's like they are trying to you know find the heir to that cult. There is a 4-year-old girl who is a member of this cult. Is about Cassie trying to find what happened with her mother, and she also finds out many things happened in the past. Her mother's disappearance is not what she think. It's like yes, there is very dark secret behind that. The thing also I want to tell about this book. There is like this much book is what the Bad Blood book is, but the other part, see, it's this wall part is a novella, and it's the same character, but there is a new character also, and just there is another new natural in this part. She's actually Michael's sister, kind of like a stepsister. So this part is also about active case. It's about a girl whom the natural saved in the beginning of this killer instinct. They saved a girl in this book, the beginning. Her name is Mackenzie, so that is what this story is about. And Mackenzie is also a natural. So the end of the Bad Blood is all of them deciding to find more naturals, because the ending is so traumatizing. All of the member went to a very torturing moment, especially Cassie. So it's like the end is not what I expected. I wanted more from the end, but they decided to, you know, not be naturals anymore. It's kind of like that. But no, they are naturals. They didn't split. I'm not telling that they splitted. They are naturals, but it's like they decided to not pursue more active cases, like not too much. They decided to settle down, have a normal life, because they never had a normal life. They have people with special ability. So yes, that's what I meant. It's not like this went their separate way. No, they live together. Cassie decides to raise the 4 years old child, which was actually her half sister. So yeah, that is more about this one. And the novella is about Mackenzie. The novella is about the girl whom they saved, Mackenzie. She has a special ability, and she knows somebody is killing children in her place. And she's like, she wanted to meet the FBI agent who saved her life in the past. She was kidnapped. Okay, her case was she was kidnapped and abducted. And yes, she's like, after 12 years she want to meet the FBI agent who saved her, but it was not the FBI agent who saved her. It was Cassie. She profiled, she thought in the view she thought in the way a serial killer or an abductor things, and that's how they were able to save Mackenzie. And also the FBI agent who saved her like went and found her. He has become a director, so he can't leave his job. He has another works to do. So Cassie decided to go and meet Mackenzie. The reason she called him is nobody's believing that nobody's believing her that somebody's killing children's, like forcing them to do suicide on by jumping from a light tower. And yet she's standing at the top. Mackenzie is standing at the top of the light tower, and she's threatening people by telling that she would jump if the FBI agent didn't come. And just Cassie, Lias, and Celine is the another sixth member who came to the natural program. And they would go and try to communicate, talk with her, and just they would solve the person who is trying to kill children by forcing them to do suicide by jumping from a light tower. She knew it's a murder suicide when she saw the body. So yes, that is about the book. The novella is. And I don't think you need to separately read the book, because the whole novella book is in this one itself. So yes, I didn't bought a separate book for that. I hope you understand what I was trying to say. This is the end of this review. In my opinion, I absolutely love this book. I absolutely love Jennifer Lane Barnes. I really love the way she writes. I think she is amazing. She has to be very popular. The series has to be very popular. How she writes, how she plots things, and how she gets you. How she gets you at the end. It's very intriguing and very amazing. If you absolutely love to watch Criminal Minds, and if you absolutely love Criminal Mind, murder mysteries, and puzzle solving cases, then you have to read the series. You really have to read the series, and I hope this will become more popular. I absolutely love this book. That is about this book. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you like my video, please press the subscribe button. So this is the first time I'm doing a long review, and I'm not somebody who have done this before. I know I shuttered, I blabber a lot of things, I blabber lots of nonsense also. Please do subscribe and tell me in the comment section also. That's it, and I'm Zakia Ibrahim. Bye.